Hey Art Fam, it's Luis Martin, the art engineer. Thank you for coming. Be sure to smash that follow button. That will help. And also tell your friends, bring the Art Fam with you. Because this is a new channel, I can only do 15 minutes at a time. So let's get to some collaging. I have a really weird setup because I moved my huge desk to my living room for Christmas dinner and it was fabulous. But I find that when I tweak things, even the table on which I work, things feel different. Things feel kind of cool, like new, right? So I recommend, if you usually work in your kitchen, work in your bathroom. Go work outside. Maybe it's too cold right now, but try something different. Go to Starbucks and take your collage work. They can't kick you out. So those little tweaks can really go a long way as far as refreshing. So because we are slightly limited on time, I'm gonna work with the basics. Let's start with the basics. So I'm only gonna work with one book, you guys, and this is really cool. Check it out. I have everything I need, right? And this is really all you need. Look, this all fits in a little book bag. Scissors, a ruler, your glue stick, and your blade. So I'm gonna put this to the side. Actually, I'm gonna use this. And I have an animal book. Look how beautiful. It was $3 at Strand. What I wanna do is I wanna do something really fun. Okay, I'm just gonna use some of this. So this is a fun technique. If you're ever feeling uninspired, and I make that face because, you know, when you're uninspired, it's just because you're not facing the truth. That's really deep. It's too deep, but what I'm saying is, sit with yourself and then you'll be inspired again. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna make strips, you guys. I'm just gonna make strips, and this is gonna help me kind of center myself, right? This is what I mean by just sitting with yourself. I'm not trying to be creative. I'm not trying to be innovative. I'm not trying to be anything other than just here, present. So now that I'm here, how are you? How were your holidays? Listen, I do not make any false pretenses that the holidays are not heavy for me. They are super heavy. I dread them sometimes, and this was no exception. But I hope you saw, I did put out a list of 3 of my favorite videos that remind me of the power of art and the power of connection, because that's the other part. When we're uninspired is because we're avoiding the truth and we've forgotten the truth of connection, right? Like, wait a minute, I forgot. You're there, I'm here. I forgot. I can make art. I am a creator. I am an artist, right? As silly as that sounds, that's usually at the bottom of things. So if you're upset, if you're sad, if you're bored, it's just that you've forgotten of the wonder that's right outside your window, that's right outside your room, that's in your hands. I just messed this one up. Okay, no problem. Okay, so I have those strips. I'm gonna do a little bit more. Okay, and see where it takes us, right? Now, I'm left-handed, so this is kind of, I should just do that there. Look, they're dogs, oh my gosh. So I used to have 2 pugs. They hated me. They hated me so much. I didn't hate them, but I wore a lot of black, and pugs shed like crazy. I did it again. Okay, here we go. But you know what happens? Dogs are like a reflection of their owner. So if your dog is crazy and upset and has, you know, bites people, that's probably a reflection on you. So my dogs were no exception. They were unruly. Anytime we opened the door, they were like, I'm out. They wanted to run away. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like me. So I didn't really judge them. But they hated me. And I'm not kidding. So once I took them to LA and I left them in the kitchen, corralled. You know, they were roaming free in the kitchen, but they were corralled in the kitchen. When my sister and I got back, they had pooped. They had pooped all over the place. There was poop in the ceiling, in the blinds, in the ceiling. How do you get it? Yeah. So I'm a little traumatized with dogs. It's okay. I don't think I need them. Cute little puppies and yay. But I think enough people have dogs where I can appreciate them, love them from a distance, and not need to have one myself. All right. So this is what I'm gonna do now. And again, see how this kind of triggered that memory? That's what this is about too, right? Kind of like the conversations that come out when we are working. And all of a sudden, I forget that I might have been sad, or I forget that I might have been lonely, right? So give in to your creative impulses. So here I go. I'm just gonna start gluing these and not really caring what comes out, right? I'm just keeping my hands moving, and I can make straight lines if I wanted to, but if not, right now the only thing I want to do is not let the white show, right? All right, did you get anything fun for Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa? You know what I got? I got earbuds, those really fancy earbuds from Apple. And can I tell you, so you know balance is affected by your ears, right? We went to Miami and I was traveling with the noise cancellation, which is really dangerous because you really can't hear a thing. So I don't recommend them, only for flying. But when you turn them on, turbulence feels completely different. Like, I don't panic, but I'm also, you know, who likes turbulence. But you just felt it slightly, I want to say. So if you have that, do you find that? Do you have these earphones and do you find that your balance is affected and turbulence is like whatever? I was really happy. I was like, okay, I can do this. Yeah, let's go to Thailand. Let's go to Australia. What? 24 hours in a plane? Sure. I got my earphones. Okay, so basically what I'm doing here is I just want to create a pattern. Check this pattern out. Isn't this gorgeous? And again, these are my friends, my imaginary paper dogs who don't shed. I don't know, maybe I'll get another dog in another life, right? Like, I think this time I would want a big dog that can slay me around. No, I'm kidding. I don't know, you guys. Early days. Okay, so this, I mean, so you saw I started in the middle and kind of expanding sideways. I just did that instinctively, no plan, but that might be a good place to start, just because then you can keep from going sideways to one way or the other. Does that make sense? I don't know. It doesn't have to. Okay. Here we go. I was also telling Elvis one of my favorite Christmas gifts. I mean, I think it changed my life. My dad, when I was a kid, gave me a portable CD player. You know, those fun ones. And a box. And in this box were 10 CDs from Columbia House. You know, you can like buy 10 CDs for $1 or something. At any rate, he gave me this, he curated a box of music for me. And I was like, what? And in it was Sade. In it was Bette Midler. Steve Miller Band. I don't know if Enigma was there because I think I already had Enigma. And it was Madonna. All of this music that is still with me now and I still listen to every day probably. But yeah, for a kid that always felt so lonely and out of place, that gave me so much life. It was a world, right? So these are nice, thoughtful gifts we can give people, right? Or art. Okay, so I can be done here. Like, this could be a collage. Like, this is stunning. I love it. Try it. But I want to go a step further. I'm going to take the same book and I'm going to see if I can find something that moves me. But something, this. Oh my God. Okay, let's do this. Isn't this gorgeous? Okay, so the cool thing about this is that then we create an interesting contrast, right? That might be visible, that might not. So let's just cut it out. You hear my Canadian accent? Let's just cut it out. I'm not Canadian, you guys. It got stuck to me many years ago. Actually, no, I've said this before. I watched a Bjork interview once and she had all these accents and she's like, yeah, I collect accents. And ever since then I was like, wait a minute, I want to collect accents. So there, collect your own accents. I used to love Bjork. Now I don't get her music, you guys. You guys know Bjork? Okay, when it comes to like intricate cutting, you don't have to go like kill yourself, you know? You can just mimic the movement and all is good. All is good. What are you listening to? Because the holidays are so heavy, right now I've just been listening to really, oh my god, I just saw this. So sometimes I don't see what I'm cutting until I start cutting. Like, look, I just noticed this beautiful tail of this bird. Holy smack. Okay, that's gonna be gorgeous. So I'm listening to a lot of house music, a lot of happy jazz, to the dismay of everyone around me, probably. And by everyone around me, I mean my neighbors. So, okay, here we go. Nice. Okay. So now that the new year is just around the corner, one thing that we used to celebrate before pandemic was Three Kings Day. Do you celebrate that? Not in a religious way, but in a generosity way, right? Because the three kings were the three magi that came to the baby Jesus and gave him stuff or something. So in Latino culture, before Santa Claus came to the New World, we had the three kings, and the kids used to put little boxes with hay in them so that the camels and the horses, I think it was just camels, so the camels can eat, right? And they, in return, the three kings would leave gifts in the aldeas, or in the little boxes. And that happens January 6th. So for Three Kings, we used to have a huge party and invite people and cut a rosca, which is a big bread. In French, it's called a galette de roi. That was fun. I have fond memories of that. I like this thing in the middle. Let's check it out. Okay. So here's my background, and here are my birds. And okay, something's happening, but obviously it's getting lost, right? So we're gonna have to do something about that. This is cool too, but okay. Let's just get rid of this. Now, I might be going over my 15 minutes, and then YouTube is gonna be like, you can't upload this. So I might have to speed this up or edit it. It doesn't matter, we are here. Okay, here we go. How cool is that? But look what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna get another piece of paper and maybe create that contrast that I need. Voila. Oh, that works so beautifully. Okay, so this all came from one book. Why does it work? There is enough meditation here. Like, I spent some time kind of, putting this grid together. I spent some time cutting, and I created that contrast, right? So there's really three elements, 1, 2, 3, and that's usually enough. So if you want to create a collage and you only have one book that moves you, try these techniques because they will get you somewhere. You guys, I am so happy to be able to make this video and share it with you. Please share it with your friends, please share it with others, and have a wonderful 2023. I am sending you endless blessings. All right, I will see you here and everywhere you take your phone. Ciao.